took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, it was a shot for no reason.
It was a shot.
Absolutely
It
was.
Oh, Timothée Chalamet.
Yep.
Tim, it's the second time in a few months that he's put his foot in it, used his words, and his words have really backfired on him. And it does make you think about Timmy. He's starting to just sound like one of these people who thinks he's really philosophical, but actually you're like, you're sitting at a bar or a backyard barbecue with your friend's new boyfriend or some guy that's tagged along, and they're sitting there and they really believe what they're saying. They believe in their opinions so much that they say it with great conviction, and you kind of start to think they might be onto something, and then they finish their sentence and you're like, oh, no, I think you just might be a bit daft. And you kind of like, you don't want to tell your friend, but you also want to because it could save her years of heartbreak.
And you're just like, I know he's cute. I get it. He's a bit cute. And I agree, there's something about him. But every time he opens his mouth, it's a hard no from the rest of the people at that barbecue table. You know what I mean? Like that we're at that glass table. We are all sitting there going, when is this going to end? Now, quickly, before we get into everything he said about the opera and the ballet, which we will do in 1 second, I know. But the turn started for a lot of people, and I was still a little bit supportive of Timothée at this time. But the turn started when he got up and he accepted an award and he talked about wanting to be the greatest.
Yes.
He wanted to be the greatest, and that sort of just little prickles on the back of her neck go.
Well, it was a bit like, I felt it was divisive in terms of you were either really pro what he was saying, because you don't hear sports stars saying they don't want to be the great. Like they say, I want to be the greatest. I want to be the greatest of all time. And so it makes sense, right? So there was that team of people who were like, yeah, fuck yeah, you know, like good for you. You do want to be the greatest.
And I was on that too. I was like, why wouldn't you want to be the greatest at what you do? That makes sense.
And then some people were really team, oh, shut the fuck up. And I think this is what's happening a little bit more now, because we're getting a bit more shut the fuck uppy with him, because he then came out and we had a podcast we did on this, which if you haven't listened to, you can go and find. We talked about how he spoke about people having babies, and it's always divisive when a man who cannot bear children speaks about how women should bear children. Now, I stood up for him in that because I have kids and I understand the sentiment of like wanting that life, right? But I could also understand people being like, oh, shut the fuck up. Here we go again. And now I think I'm just team shut the fuck up.
Oh, Timmy for the binny. Timmy for the binny. Put him straight in the bin. And I don't think the Marty Supreme thing didn't work well for him, because that press tour was, I mean, it was so, this movie's going to be fucking great. They just kept saying how great it was going to be, that instantly after the second interview I watched, I went, I'm never going to watch this movie because you guys are selling it too hard. You guys are selling it as if it's fucking, like it's a story about ping pong, sure, and this one particular guy. And you went too hard on, it was kind of like the way I felt about Wicked. And I'll say it, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate for it, but I went and saw Wicked. I've seen 1 and 2 now because I thought, well, I have to watch the second part to have a true opinion of the whole thing. And overrated. It's overrated for me. It did not deliver the thing. Now, I have been around a table of gays and they have sat there and screamed at me about how wrong I am. And I'll take it. I'll cop it on the chin. If you think I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But with Marty Supreme, I had the same feeling. I watched all the press. He was on top of the Sphere in Las Vegas and it had that drone thing and he was the first one to stand up there and it was so weird. And he just kept going,
there was a lot of commentary. around how people go, they said, oh, are we seeing the real Chalamet with this Marty Supreme? Like maybe he's channeling himself to be this character. And maybe that was actually true. Like maybe there's a lot of Timothée in Marty. Marty and Timothée.
I don't know. Watching him now, it's hard when an actor gives you the ick. It's really tough because, you know, whether it's in their personal life or whatever, it's hard for you to then go, oh, God, am I going to go and spend money to watch this person? You know what I mean? Like, even if I don't spend money and I just wait for it to end up on a streaming service that I already pay for, like, do I really want to watch them anymore? And I felt like Justin Timberlake crossed a line. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like with all the stuff that he's done, whatever, you can be the judge of if he crossed the line or not. I'm just saying that for the ick line, he crossed it and now I'm out. And Timmy's done that now because this not only he gets on with his mate, Matthew McConaughey, all right. And obviously he's comfortable. He loves Matthew McConaughey. Like, if you don't know, he looks up to Matthew McConaughey like you would not believe. Like, Matthew McConaughey, very, very tip-top for him in the way of, like, career, acting, how he runs his life, like, loves it.
Tommy Tippy, if you will.
Timmy Tippy, that's correct.
Timmy Tippy, Timmy Toppy, Tommy Tippy.
And I think that maybe he got comfortable and maybe just shared a little bit too much of his real thoughts, which I love.
Well, how about we watch it? Because I have a thought, okay? Let's watch it. For anyone who hasn't seen it, this is why Timothée Chalamet is in the headlines at the moment for what he said about the ballet and the opera.
I admire people, and I've done it myself, to go on a talk show and go, hey, we got to keep movie theaters alive. You know, we got to keep this genre alive. And another part of me feels like if people want to see it like Barbie, like Oppenheimer, they're going to go see it and go out of their way to be loud and proud about it. And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, you know, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. Yeah. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership. But damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
No, it was a shot for no reason. It absolutely was.
It was. I don't know what Matthew McConaughey goes on to say, but he hasn't been dragged into it. So, but like, you can literally feel and see the moment that Timmy knows that he's made a mistake. Like, you can literally see it on his face.
It was at this moment Timmy knew he fucked up.
Yes, exactly. You can see it on his face. You can see it as he sort of sinks into his chair and then he moves forward in his chair. He can't sit still anymore. Where he has gone, fuck, this is a PR nightmare. Like, you can see the cogs ticking.
Do you think it's his brain thinking PR, or is it first thinking, oh, my mum and my sister come from ballet? Like, do you think that's the thing that like made him go, I'm going to hear about this immediately from my family?
No, I reckon it's PR. Like,
do you think so?
It's PR.
I would be more worried about my mum than PR, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, anytime I say anything about my mum, I'm like, okay, how is that going to read? How is that? Because I meant it in a good way, but how is that going to read?
Well, you know how you're going to at least be like, you're going to hear about it in a text, and it'll be blunt.
Absolutely.
You'll know it's blunt because there'll be
it'll be a text about something else.
Kisses. Yeah,
it'll be a text about something else, and she won't bring it up, and then I'll be like, okay, now we're on to something. Something's beginning here.
So Timmy has gone and said that he doesn't want, like, he's not in the ballet and the drama and the opera. He doesn't want to go and try and force people to come to these things. It's the movies. People are always going to go to the movies. Firstly,
no, they're not.
Timmy, you're out of touch. You are out of touch. People aren't going to the movies to see movies because do you know how fucking expensive it is for normal people to go to the movies now? If I want to take my kids to the movies, we are looking at $60, and that's not with my husband because he's not coming. So that's the 3 gals going to the movies, $60, and that's no treats and no popcorn.
And that's Australian dollars for all of the international wackadoos. That is Australian dollars. So double that.
I'm not doing the conversion. Yeah.
Double it.
Double that.
Double it.
So, okay, for you and your camp, that's super cheap. But for me, $60, like I could rent the movie on my telly. Mm-hmm. Like on the weekend, I rented The Housemaid and it cost $25 for me and my husband to watch it. And we had our snacks from Aldi. Wow. And so that's a really great cheap date night. And I also got to be in my pajamas, and that's perfect for me.
No, well, you could wear your pajamas out. It's your choice not to.
That is true. That is true. And I do love wearing pajamas, and maybe
I
should just break that.
You've yelled at me so many times that as soon as you get home, you wear your pajamas, and anyone's welcome to come over your house and wear their pajamas.
Of course. I would not expect people to wear their oppressive outside clothes in my home. You should not be having to walk around in tight jeans in someone's home. So firstly, there's that, okay? So I think you're out of touch in terms of people going to the movies. Yes, there will be movies that people will splurge and go to, and during the school holidays, people are taking their kids because it's a reason to get out of their house. But they may have to wait like a full term to be able to do that. So they're not always lining up with going to your movies exactly while they're out at the cinema. Now, there are some cinephiles who are seeing a movie every other day. Fantastic.
Oh, I'd love to.
And they're for you.
I'd love to. Oh, I used to in my 20s. Oh, my God. In my 20s, the amount of movies that I would see, I would do breakfast radio and then I would go to the movies at 10:30 a.m. by myself.
Amazing.
Oh, what a time.
And it was all in the name of research as well, which is wonderful. That was back when did they let you in for $2 because you were the radio host? I got in for a gold coin.
Did you? No, it depends on what market I was in. Some of them I could go and see specific movies for free. Yes. So if it was a movie that wasn't like the big, let's say comparable to like Barbie or the Oppenheimer, you know what I mean? Like if it wasn't big, then I would go and see it for free. And if it was a big one, they would give me a cheeky discount. They'd give me a little cheeky, and I don't think it was a gold coin though. Jeez, but towards the end they stopped doing that. They really stopped doing that.
Because, Timmy, people are not going to the movies as much, so they are taking what they can, even from us very big famous radio announcers who are
huge,
talk about
so famous,
their movies on the radio for free. So there's that part of it, which feels, which I know for a lot of people who would be struggling, feels a little bit annoying to hear from a celebrity. People are going to go to the movies. People want to go to the movies. Don't get me wrong. Going to the movies is one of the great experiences that we have. But there's a lot of people who are not going to the movies because it's a lot easier to be at home. And just like when we used to bloody rent from Video Easy or Blockbuster, it meant that you could have a 3-night, you could watch it a couple of times if you wanted to. Got it on the VHS, rewind, see all the bits you like. We just have streaming now. So then
Side note,
yeah.
Mum never let us get an overnight. Never.
No, you had to get three-night ones because it was cheaper than one overnight one.
I think we were allowed to get a 3-nighter and a weekly.
Yeah. But can I say now, as a parent, it would have been financial for sure because the overnighters were so much more expensive. But also, now that I have kids, I think I would be like, you can get the 3 for 3 nights because they may not finish the movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the one sitting.
But no, I think that's because just like kids don't eat food these days, like kids don't eat any food. Even the food that they've asked for, they don't eat. Because kids are broken. So it's like they're born with the gift of being able to use iPads now. Somehow genetically that's been put into them, which we wouldn't have had that. We ate food. We ate all the food that was given to us. And I watched all the movies. Like I watch my friends' kids now and they watch 10 minutes of fucking Zootopia 2. and then they flip their shit because like, oh, well, they've lost focus and whatever. And then they want to watch it from the start again, that night. They're like, oh, we should watch Zootopia 2. And I'm like, cool, let's watch it from when we finish. Oh, no, let's start it again.
Yeah.
No! We're not going to start it again. Yeah. That's insanity.
There's a lot of movies that my kids have only seen the beginning of. But I did put a stop to that. I said, you're not allowed to fast forward, you're not allowed to rewind, and you're not allowed to just pause and then choose another thing. You have to watch it like we did, start to end. And I did that on the weekend with my daughter because I was a bit hungover. And we watched Dennis the Menace, 1993.
Oh, fucking good. God, that scary
and you
guy
know
under
what?
the tracks.
Yeah, that scary guy. He's fucking scary. And do you know what? My daughter said to me, I said, this came out when I was 3. And she said, wow, it's really, really, really old.
Oh, God, kick you while you're down. You're already
I brought you
hungover.
into this world.
I can take you out of it.
Okay, so back to Timmy. So he goes on to say this thing about, you know, I don't want to try and make people get into the ballet and the opera where it's already like people don't want to go. Okay, second thing where he's out of touch. Have you never met fucking ballet and opera fans?
Oh,
have you never met them? They're psychos.
Yeah.
People who love the ballet and the opera are akin to people who love musicals. Would you say that to someone who loves Hamilton? Like, these people love their stage performances.
Oh,
they
love it.
absolutely love them. They spend lots of money on the tickets. They dress to the nines. It's a night out. They might have, you know, family who are operatic or ballet. Like, again, you're out of touch with that. But just like this blanket thing that people don't like ballet and opera when, like Wilko said before, your own mother was a professional dancer in the New York City Ballet and performed in Broadway musical theatre. I mean, come on. Just think a little bit before you speak.
Do you want to know what I really think he's doing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Fuck, that was a really slow reply.
Well,
I'm like, do
I
you
thought
really
you were just
want
going
to
to go straight into
Do
it.
you really want to know? I know. I wanted to know if you wanted to know.
No, I do want to know. It is called Wilko Courts, and
Thank you
are
so
the front
much.
runner of that, so you get your say.
Yep, thank you very much. And here is my say. I think that now that he's with a Jenner, which is part of the Kardashian clique, I think he's trying so hard to be something. And I think it's all coming from them who, love him or hate him, they were a sort of whatever family that, you know, they were obviously very well off. But they really just went, we're going to be something. And
well, they're just famous for famous sake.
Yeah, we're going to make it happen. And I think now he's really trying so hard all the time. He's trying so hard. Like, and I think so much of it is an act. And I just think it's icky. And I think it's coming from, let's blame the woman. Let's blame the woman. Let's blame the woman. That is weird. It's always,
women. He loves it.
It's always just like you hate gays. I hate women. And that's why we get along. I just think, wow, that taken out of context. No one like stitched that into something else. Okay. I think I feel a remix coming on. I think that he's got that Kool-Aid and he's like, yes, I'm inspired by this family and this group of people and I'm really going to become this thing now.
Yeah, maybe. It could be that. It's hard. It's kind of hard to know because, well, they've been together like 2 or 3 years now, right?
Co-sign it. Fucking co-sign it. Do it. Co-sign it. Do it.
It's her. It's always the woman. Just like bloody Nicola Peltz Beckham, it's always the woman.
Oh, it's always the woman.
So Okay, so here's the lowdown of the drama that followed. Chalamet used ballet and opera as examples while talking about the decline of theatrical entertainment. He said he wouldn't want to work in these fields to keep this thing alive. No one cares about this anymore. He then went on to the joke about 14 cents in viewership. And it then blew up within different communities, okay? So performing arts communities are obviously mad. They're annoyed because it's like ballet's been around a hell of a lot longer than movies, and so has the opera. This was movies before movies. This is what people went to see. They went to see ballet. They went to see opera. Also, and this was where my head went to begin with, these ballerinas, mate, they're committing their entire lives to being in the right body and frame of mind to do a job that is so difficult to do for your entire career. Like incredibly, it's the same as any athlete, like a football star. You know that there's a time limit on it. And so you're going to push your body to its limits. Have you seen these ballerinas' toes, man? At the end of the show, they're bleeding, they're blistered, their toenails are falling off. Yeah. Have you not seen Center Stage?
Well,
Hello, that's a movie.
documentary.
Go and watch Center Stage, and then maybe you'll have a little bit of perspective, Timmy. So these ballerinas, not only are they physically in pain, they're starving. These girls and boys are starving. Yep. I mean, I can't even imagine. And then there's the opera singers who, they have to protect this instrument of theirs, this voice of theirs, at any cost. I can't even imagine the things that they've had to say no to in their lives, that they can't, it's just, he hasn't thought about that aspect. There's a whole physical aspect.
There's a gay guy in the clique, and he trained as an opera singer, and he does it as a party trick now, which is a lot of fun. And,
which is so gay.
So gay. What's your party trick? Going to sing some opera. And no, his party trick is he sings pop songs, but in
Instantly I want to hear Party in the USA and opera.
Yeah, I'll let Felipe know. And
of course his name's Felipe.
Yeah, and he trained at opera, and he'll only do it. I think he would do it just if you asked him cold sober. But generally, if you ask him drunk, he'll absolutely do it. He's not ashamed to do it. But the technical things, the technical work that goes into being able to do it. Now, can I just say, I've seen ballet before. I've never seen it live in person. And I've seen bits and pieces of opera, but I've never seen it in person because I'm not generally attracted to it. When you brought up the musical theatre people, I do go and watch plays and I do watch musical theatre. So, and that's because I grew up and I went to go and see these things when I was younger because I did drama. I don't know if you guys know. And because I did that, it unlocked something in me it unlocked something else in me that made me go, oh, this is actually really cool. This is something, those formative years when you're in your teens and you're like, what's cool? What's different? And it was something that my mum never really got to go and do. And I felt really privileged to be able to go and do it because even then it wasn't cheap. And now it's a special occasion thing. If we can go and see a show, if we can see a play or a musical and we can drop that money because it is very expensive. And I see why it is because there's so many people in the show, the cast, the training that goes into it, the rehearsals and everything. So when people go, it's just really expensive. I'm like, yeah, because there's 15 people on stage dancing right now. Who do you think fucking pays those people? And so I've never jumped in with opera or ballet. It's not something that I've been drawn to. But if you grow up in it, like a horse girl with horses, if you grow up in it, then it's obviously going to be something that you're connected to. And to speak down to it like that while you're in a performance industry and your mum was a ballerina.
And that's the thing. You're a performer too. That is considered the creative arts. It all falls under this same sort of umbrella. You are in performing and creative arts. They all are under the same umbrella. Like, you can't just diss an entire community who is really closely related to your community. And I've went to the ballet recently because my daughter is going to be a real well, I think I'm going to see a lot of gosh darn ballet.
Right.
And we went, and it's called Storytime Ballet, so it's specifically for kids. So it's a little bit shorter than a normal ballet, and it's much more interactive. It was wonderful. Not an empty seat in the house, Timmy. So they're selling these things out.
Yeah.
How many times have you been to the movies lately and there wasn't an empty seat? And
Wow.
My hot take.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your hot take.
Let's
God,
talk
I can't
about
wait
the backlash.
until we'll get to the backlash. I can't wait to talk about to show the picture of your daughter Betty when she's 18. The first thing I do, because the pod will be running until then. And when she's 18, I'll be 43. That's right. Yeah, that's how math works. And that'll be fine. I'm going to say to her, hey, Bets, can we show the ballerina photos that were taken in 2026? And she'll say, absolutely fucking not, mum's friend. I don't. But I will beg her to show them because they are adorable. Adorable. She's dressed as a ballerina clown thing, and I don't know. I don't understand the theme, but I love it.
It's Polichinelle.
Oh, is it? Okay, great. It's a clown.
So there's heaps of backlash from performing arts communities and celebrities get involved. Like Doja Cat has criticized him publicly as well. And there's a bunch of people who have gotten under a video. So Opera Tonight has posted the video, for example. So I don't think Timmy has this snippet on his page. I don't think he's promoting this himself. But on Opera Tonight, they've done a big spiel about it. And people have gotten on this and commented, and I'll just read you some of my favourites. One person said, I miss the days when he was French and quiet. Another person said, suddenly makes sense that he's dating a Kardashian. So kind of like
my theory
with you there.
Yeah.
The BHAM Royal Ballet has said ballet and opera are thriving. We care. One person just wrote, Jesus Christ. And then someone wrote, it's amazing how little I cared about ping pong before I saw that movie and how I truly still don't care about ping pong now after seeing it.
Get him.
So
Fucking get him.
Some people are just like mad. And yes, you've got a video where these people are actually from ballet and opera, right?
A way to be loud and proud about it. And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership.
Oh my God, it's so dramatic. I love it.
Cling, cling, cling. Yeah, you capping. Oh, cling, 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 cling.
And it's so sad because he was one of my favorite on SNL. I watch SNL every week. It's the thing that I love the most. And it's so sad that he was very funny on it and he is very talented. And then he goes and shits on other people's talent. It's like, I don't understand. Like, why are you, he has to come out and say something now. Like, he absolutely has to. There's also, I don't know who this is, but they seem very upset by the whole thing.
Hey, Timothy, I'm sorry you don't want to be part of this. Maybe you want to reconsider? And we're not trying to keep it alive. It's pretty much alive.
I love the accent. Oh, she's into it.
So if you one day change your mind, come to Madrid and have fun with us.
They're so nice to say
so
that.
Nice.
Australians would be like, screw you and never come to our country. Like, I can look at her waving the stick around and like flailing her body like that, and I can just look at it and be like, I don't get that. I do not get it at all. I don't understand at all. But I can also go, but you love it. it's making them play magnificent music, and it matters to you. Like, it would have been different if he just worded it just a bit differently, because I can say that I don't like going to musicals.
This is the first time hearing of it. I've been to musicals with you. Actually, I've been to musicals and you've walked out and said that was actually very funny. So...
Which one? Rent.
No, fans.
No,
Fangirl.
that's not funny.
Fangirls. When you went and saw Fangirls, you really loved it.
That was
because we took your
because
mum,
it was
I think.
funny. Yeah, it was funny and it had music. But like when I'm watching Rent or whatever and they're stomping around on the ground and singing. Yeah. I kind of, like,
the
I
theme
watch
is
that
like
and
poverty
cringe
and AIDS and stuff. Yeah, it's hard
yeah. I find it sometimes a bit cringy.
Right.
But I can say that I get it. Like, I can say that's your thing. You love it. I know I'm also in the arts. So I know so many people who are obsessed with
Courtney
musicals.
Lean loves art. Courtney Lean.
I love art. And you know what?
She loves art.
Someone would absolutely shit can my paintings, and that's okay. But you don't need to be like, art shouldn't exist. Yes, he hates my paintings.
No. There was just one thing of a dog that you did that I came for a little bit.
You came for and then you turned, actually.
I can't. What do you mean? I've come around to it. I've definitely come around to your art.
Yeah.
But I initially, maybe I was just trying to be like Timothée.
You shit-canned me because I gave it to a friend as a present, and you said that's a bad present. You can't give someone a painting and a drawing that you've done of their dog. And I was like, no, like, I think it's a pretty good drawing. And then you saw it and you were like, oh, I didn't know you could actually do that. So I guess it's fine.
I come around to your talent and your art, you know what I mean? But I did Timothée it straight away. You know what I mean? Like, I shit-canned it really hard. So I've been in the same position, and I also blame Kylie Jenner. Okay, I would never have said that if it wasn't for Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner at all. It always comes back to someone in the Kardashian clan. So the two greatest responses, I reckon, to these, to Timothée. So one of them was the Seattle Opera. Instead of arguing with them, they turned the controversy into a ticket promotion. They posted on social media something along the lines of, use promo code Timothy to save 14% off seats for Carmen, which is great because it's a throwback to him saying 14 cents was lost in revenue. So they got used it to their advantage. They'll probably sell a few more tickets now. And the Met responded, which is the Metropolitan Opera, responded with a subtle public jab rather than a direct statement. They posted a video montage on Instagram showing the massive behind-the-scenes work that goes into an opera production, which includes musicians rehearsing, costume makers, wig designers, set builders, and performers preparing. And over the video, they used the line echoing Chalamet's own words, all respect to the opera and ballet people out there. So I thought that was really good too, because that kind of shows, like what you said earlier. Yeah, you see 15 people on the stage. Firstly, they've had to do a lot of rehearsal to get there. Mm-hmm. But secondly, there's probably like 5 person to every 1 person backstage doing something with lights or set design. Like, you know, you see the people like scurrying along the stage, like taking the like backgrounds off and putting new backgrounds in. Those people, they're
Stage
working
managers.
hard for their money. Like, they're scurrying, mate. No, I think they're called stage scurriers. Yeah,
stage scurriers. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I do. You do absolutely. You've tread the boards a time or two, so you absolutely know the lingo. Well, the best part about this, I think, is actually Timothée shit-canning ballet and opera has actually worked in their favour. So I think
that is true.
So what I would really like
for Timothée.
Yeah, what I would really like is a celebrity to shit can our podcast. That would what I would like, or even just a regular person, because just shit can it, and then maybe that'll get some people to go, no, No,
they're
don't shit
fine
can them.
at what they do.
They're just
okay at it.
People with the podcast, and that's actually very unique. Hey, if you like Wilko Courts, make sure you like this video and subscribe. And there is plenty more, including stuff about Timothée Chalamet, which I will link for you here.